not love our own selves, man. Somebody give me that scripture when it talks about they hunt our steps. You understand? And these are the things, man, that we gotta come back to the true traditions of what the Most High truly wants us to do, man. You understand? And truly separate from white society and all these other religions, all these other idols, all these other pagan holidays. You understand? These are the things that we have to do, and we have to stand firm on it, man. Stand firm on it to the point where you're unmovable and you become unshakable in this truth, man. And that's the importance, man, of this Bible, man. Go ahead, priest.
This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled.
You understand? And this go up to verse 17. Shalagi.
Sir. This is verse 17 of Lamentations chapter 4.
Mm-hmm.
As for us,
you understand? And this is talking about, of course, God's chosen people, all the way from Judah, all the way down to Issachar, man. All the way from the Negroes, all the way down to the so-called Mexicans, man. This is for us, man. Go ahead.
As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help.
Mm-hmm.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
You understand? We are looking out for a nation that can truly not save us, man. You understand? White society has never been able to save a so-called Negro or all the way down to a Mexican, man. Never. You understand? But we as a people, we love white society so much, man. And we may not show it directly or indirectly, but guess what? Our brothers and sisters are out there still believing in that hope of white society. And we can thank Barack Obama for that, man. Because him and these other presidents, they're pushing for that hope. You understand? During that election time. Vote for me. Vote for me. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for you. You understand? And look what Barack Obama has done, man. Everybody thought that he was a so-called black man. But guess what? Come to find out that he was a so-called African, man. You understand? And sold us straight into white society abyss, man. Straight into hell, man. Starting with that same-sex marriage.
Right.
You understand? He's the father of that, man. But guess what? He's getting it from white society. You understand? And then what happened after that? Joe Biden. You understand? He said that you're not a so-called black man if you're or a woman if you do not vote for him, man.
Slaki, sir.
Things that we have to... Go ahead, priest.
Slaki, sir, if I may, sir.
Please go ahead.
Pertaining to Zephaniah 2:1, right? I was watching a post,
Mm-hmm.
and it was this Native American brother, and he was breaking down how the devils had destroyed them, and it was exactly the way that they did it to us. He was talking about how, you know, when they made the treaties with these devils, they was allotted a certain amount of land, and they were allotted a certain amount of cattle. And as they began to become economically self-sufficient, the white man would always change the numbers and reduce their number of land and even reduce the amount of acreage they could farm and then reduce the amount of cattle that they could, you know, that they could grow. That's the exact same thing they did to us. So to know that we're brothers with those people. You understand? We're going through the same thing, and we should always be able to identify our brothers. The water, sir.
And that's real heavy that you brought that up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about the Native Indians. Hell, they know exactly who the devil, the devil who the devil is, man. You understand? They stole this land from them, man. You understand? In every parts on here in America, you dig up enough dirt, you get up under that concrete, you get up under that dirt, man. Guess what? You're gonna find some bones, some bone preserves of the so-called Native Indians, man. Especially down here in South Carolina. Go ahead, priest.
Like, sir, if I may, like even with the dealing with the Native Indians knowing who the devil is, we can go as far as to say that the animals know who the devil is. Like every time these devils go out in the woods or out there in the sea or something, they always getting mauled by some animal. They getting drowned by some whale or getting eaten by some shark. Even the animals know who the devil is.
Man.
I yield.
And that's very heavy that you bring that out, man. You understand? Because look at the, I mean, good night, man. Like the times that we're living in today is just so horrible, man. And we're living it every single day, man. We look at hell indirectly or directly every single day. Every single day we experience some type of hell, man. Whether you're living from paycheck to paycheck, hell, whether you're in a Fortune 500 company, you have to look at your brothers and sisters try to survive. You understand? We experience that hell every single day, man. And if you're not experiencing, guess what? You might want to reevaluate yourself. You may want to take a look in that mirror and say, like, man, am I on this pedestal just a little bit too high? You understand? You don't want to become comfortable in this place, man, because guess what? It's still work to be done, man. It's still time for us to raise up so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, because you know why? Because that's what the Bible wants us to do, man. You understand? That's exactly what the Bible wants us to do day in and day out, man. If you're taking this truth as a you're taking it very, very lightly, you may want to consider yourself, man. And especially if you're taking this truth as a number 2 in your life, man. Lord be with you, man. Lord be with you, man. And that's what it's all about, man. Knowing exactly what needs to be done, man. Following these laws, statutes, and commandments day in and day out, every single day. This is not no part-time thing. This is an everyday thing, man. You understand? Paul talking about endurance, man. You understand? We have to endure to the end. We got to die to that flesh every single day, man. Because guess what? Evil creeps up every single day in our lives, man. But we have this truth. We have we have our generals, our captains, our officers, the ones that are above us, that'll be able to give us that counsel and that advice, so we will be able to survive in this world and also pull our brothers and sisters in here along with us, man. You understand? Let me see. Seen fight of Fayetteville came on. Did Officer Zion, was you there, sir? Just give him a moment, Shalaya. All right. You're gonna wait for him to answer, Shalaya.
Salaki, if I may.
Yeah. Please go ahead, priest.
Yeah.
Shabbat,
Yeah.
you going in and out. You going in and out right now, priest.
I want to.
Hey, Durham, are y'all able to hear Shabbat Yala? Okay, all right. Yeah, Shabbat. You may want to come out the stream and then come back in. And
Kawaka.
that's crazy because I was able to hear that part.
Yeah.
So like Officer Zion, Kawal Bankar, was y'all ready? Shalaya? Somebody going off mute and then keep going back on mute. No, let's go ahead. Let's read that scripture one more time. Shalaya.
Kind.
And then we're gonna run down to 18 as well too.
Kind. This is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Keep going.
Verse 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
You understand? And once we once we realize this, that this is a very, very intricate thing that they have done. What's that in Psalms 83? They have crafty counsel against us, man.
Right.
That we don't even know who our own people is, man. We don't even know who we are. You understand? And these are the things that we have to stand on, man. And for us to open up our eyes and realize that white society never loved us, man.
Right.
You understand? White society has truly never loved us, man. Oh, so like I see Fayetteville on now. Officer Zion, would you ready, sir? Shall I get?
Officer Zion's not here yet. Y'all go ahead, rock out.
Okay. Did you want to take over, sir? Shall I get?
You got it.
Okay. Most high Christ. You understand? And these are things that we have to open up our eyes to realize and see day in and day out, man. That white society has never loved us. They never cared for us. You understand? Along with these other heathen nations, man. The so-called Africans. You understand? Hell, you see what's going on with Dr. Umar Johnson. You understand? So why would you want to be a part of that quote-unquote Pan-Africanism, man? That has never done anything for our God's chosen people, man. You understand? And I'll be thinking about those what is it? Those what was that? Back in the day, when it came to Black Lives Matter. You understand? Like all those marches and the police brutality. You understand? Where was the so-called Africans when we were marching down there? Now, of course, hearing the truth, you understand, we don't agree with marching whatsoever because it does nothing for the change for the community. But you gotta sit down and ask yourself, where was the Africans at? You understand? Where were the so-called East Indians at, man? Where was all these other nations when we were getting hunted in our steps and being unalived in our streets, man? You understand? These are things that we gotta realize, man, and that's gonna make us come together even more once we have that realization, man, that we should be only for us. You understand? I'm using this old school reference, man. FUBU clothing. I don't know if anybody remember that. I might be showing my age now. You understand? What was it? For you, by us. You understand? This Bible is for you and also is by us, man. We wrote this book, man. Shabbat, would you did you want to say something, priest? Shalaya? I see you came back on.
Con, can y'all hear me now?
Con, we can hear you now.
Much better.
Okay, Most High in Christ. Yeah, I was wanting to see if everybody knew about that shooting that went on over a couple days ago. I want to say over the weekend. It was 11 people that got shot in Brooklyn, New York at a bar/lounge. Black people. 3 was unalive, and they said it was gang related. I was saying if anybody heard about that as far as current events.
No, I haven't heard anything about that right there.
Salakia, if I may.
Please.
So what he's talking about is like it was like 2 different groups was at the same club, and they had some beef on the outside, and these is young boys. Like 18, 19, 17-year-old. And two of the people that were actually shot were actually shooters. So it was an actual shootout between two groups in the club. And several people got injured, and at least 3 brothers were killed. And 2 of the brothers that were killed were the shooters.
Right. Yeah, that's a damn shame, man. You understand? And we can think, what was that devil name? Ronald Reagan for that, man, with the whole drug epidemic, man. You understand? Like, we got to realize, man, that, like, even when it comes to these gangs, of course, you understand, we don't promote, a black on black crime, but we got to realize and look at the root of that thing. Where did that originate from, man? You understand? That came around the Ronald Reagan era, man. The whole drug epidemic, man. They flourished all the hoods in America, man, with drugs and guns, man. And had us what? Had us fighting one another, man. And now look at we in 2025, and it's just getting worse and worse every single day and every single night.
Lucky.
Yeah, please.
That's a heavy point, man. As Blacks, Latinos, we always trying to emulate the devil. Back, New York, it's 2025 and niggas getting shot in mass numbers like that in New York. It's ridiculous.
Right.
All those cameras out there, all this gang violence. We always take the worst parts of Esau. In the 1920s, Al Capone and Scarface Sammy, all these little ugly, dirty Italians running around, with suits on, with Tommy guns. And they were doing these shootings, like drive-bys and hitting up Italian cafes. And we doing the same thing now. And we learn all our bad habits from our oppressor. Everything we bad, we get it. And here we are still, 2025, trying to be like, the rest of these bastards, man. All these henchmen used to terrorize the city. St. Valentine's Day Massacre, during the Prohibition, all these assaults, guns, all this stuff, man. We get all that from them. We even take their rap names, Jim Jones and Scarface. It's ridiculous. When are we going to break away? You understand? Well, that's a heavy point, sir.
Hell yeah, man. For real, man. Let's give it up, man, for sure, man. And we gotta realize, man, that all that stem, man, from white society, man. You understand? Like, we gotta realize that we gotta look at the root of everything, man. And 9 out of 10 times that root comes from white society or these other heathen nations, man. You understand? We gotta stop blaming ourselves. You understand? And in retrospect, of course, hold ourselves accountable for it. You understand? We're not saying go out there and sell drugs and unalive your brother. But once you look at that root of it, you know what I'm saying, you may turn your eye towards white society just a little bit more. You understand? Please.
And to add to that, sir, I saw something about that. They talking about, they need stricter gun laws. Black people always doing this. MS-13 doing that. Let's not forget the very first, you know what I'm saying, these gun laws being passed, these federal gun law controls came from those Italians. Running around Chicago, St. Louis, and New York, and Harlem, shooting up everything. There was Machine Gun Kelly and whoever else. They were running around with these subtype machine guns. They were too busy on, busting tables and being slaves. We ain't had no nonsense like that. So all these federal gun laws, you know what I'm saying? They, in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, that came from white men. They ain't had nothing to do with us. So now, in 2005, we're still trying to emulate. And I ain't gonna talk about gun control, but let's not forget who started it. Who was the main culprit that had us out here? You know what I'm saying? Running behind them, trying to be gangsters. And every time we try to do something the white men do, we do it all the way wrong. We do it all the way wrong. We go to jail. We're slugging.
That's fact. You about to say something?
So I do want to bring out a precept.
Please go ahead.
This is Lamentations chapter 2, verse 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? And verse 16 says, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it. And the only reason why I bring that out is because we as a nation, when we do things like this to each other, every single nation got something to say about us. Every single nation, they wag their head at us. When they see us getting arrested, they clap their hands and tell the police good job. And they always miss the point that we learned this from them. That's why the Bible says, ye are of your fathers the devil. Damn right. You understand? I yield.
You know what I'm saying? That's very, very heavy, you know, that you bring that precept out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they mock us, man.
Right.
You understand? They tell us to go do X, Y, and Z, and then they laugh at us in their meetings. You know what I'm saying? In their own households.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that we need to realize as a whole is like once we do something horrible, guess who's laughing at us? White society is laughing at us.
Right.
And those coons like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. And all those coonery people, man. You understand? They're doing nothing but laughing at us, man. You understand? But going back to it, you know what I'm saying? Did anybody else want to bring anything out? You understand, like with the current events or anything?
So, like I said, if I may.
Please.
And Officer Keada Ward, he could attest to this, whether this is true or not. I saw a post where in Jamaica, they said that Jamaica has over like 150 miles of beaches. But out of those 150 miles of beaches on Jamaica, Jamaicans only have access to 5% of the beaches on their own land.
Yeah, man. I ain't want to make it. Keada Ward, man, what's going down there in Jamaica, man? Put us up to date, man.
Hey, shalom, Yabba Shemi Ashabaka Thumb. Yeah, Khan. Just week before last week, Saturday, me and Officer Abadaw and went down to Mobile. That is where the tour. That's basically where the tourists come. And you know what I mean. For the first time, I've never been to Mobile, but you know what I mean. I get to see, you know what I mean, the modern day plantation. Me call it still. You know what I mean? Cause that is where the tourists come and get the slave welcome and the nice treatments from the locals. You know, the beautiful beaches. We never get to see too much beaches still, but knowing how down there so set up is, you know what I mean, the hotels, they basically control the beaches. You understand? Yeah, them buy out the lands, you know what I mean? Officer Abadawan can break it down better, but you know what I mean, them basically buy up the property. The government allow them to buy up the property. You know what I mean? So the beaches would have normally been accessible by the locals. They are no longer accessible. You understand? That is the situation. You understand in Mobile. So yeah, I can tell you that for a fact that what other one said earlier about the beaches, that is definitely a fact. You understand? All right. When we ended, you know what I mean, because we went and give out some flyers and things. When we ended giving out some flyers, we went to a little part. I forgot where Abadawan said it was called, or what it was called. There was this little plot, this, you know what I mean, this little area where the locals they were able to go, but it wasn't the best area. You understand? That was like a little part where, you know what I mean, nobody wants. The tourists them come there so too, you know, but nobody come there. You know what I mean? No, I mean like the hotels don't control there. You understand? But that is where the locals, but the best beaches, they are controlled by the hotels. You understand? And that is very unfortunate. Right. So that are the situation in Jamaica, sir. You understand?
Hey. Abadawan, did you want to say something? Or expound on that?
Salam, sir. I want you to answer about the thought.
Hey, y'all must respect that.
Okay, the ER is referring to Officer Kayara, the call room is a dead end. Oh,
yeah, Kanawan dead end.
Right. It's an ER in Montego Bay. It's like a 24-hour street. They really cater to tourists, you know, but anybody can go there. But it's the locals go there to hustle, really. But, you know, they're not really trouble them. So they can hustle there right through the day, right through the night if they can manage. Regarding the beaches, you know, the beaches have never been owned by really the people. Even when during independence, when they gave independence, the beaches were kept back by the crown, as to what I understand. So the commissioner of beach, there is a commissioner of, like they call him, a commissioner of beaches, who deal with the beachfront properties. And those are not administered by the regular politicians. Such a person is appointed by the crown. What they have now in England is a king. So the king representative out here is the one who administers over. They appoint a person to administer over those beach land, which is why they can take it away without even the politicians can't do anything much about it. Of beach, no, is that I didn't even know that there was a commission of beach. And so, you know, they have set certain things in place before they gave what is so-called independence, which is a trickery again. But you know, I intend to look deeper in this land and beachfront property thing. Hopefully, I can do a full class on it one day.
It's a sad situation, man. You understand? Not only are we experiencing hell over here, you understand, over here in America, but we gotta look at those islands as well too. You understand? Ain't it like a hurricane going through, what is it, like Cuba in the DR right now too? If I'm not mistaken.
I think it's
Yeah, man.
fine. Yeah, I don't think that's a direct.
Who said that it was?
No, I don't think there is a direct decimal to get. It should pass by.
Okay, I got you.
Might get wind and rain. Light
Mhm.
wind, probably, and most of the rain probably.
Okay. Yeah, man. Shoot, man. We just gotta keep on pushing down there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely some brothers and sisters that are going to be, definitely prevalent to this truth, man. So you understand? Y'all keep pushing, man. And if y'all need any assistance from me, man, y'all just reach out, man, for sure, man. I got no issues with helping out, even when I'm way over here, man. Durham, do y'all have any like updates on what's going on in DC?
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Yeah, please.
So they had a real large protest even unto the day. And like, even though it's like what I saw, it was mostly Edomites out there. Like I seen a few brothers here and there, but it's mostly Edomites out there. And they're complaining about Trump and his policies on Washington, D.C. as a whole. That's the main crutch of their protest.
Right.
But when I look and I see all of those Edomites, you know what I'm saying, in D.C., which is unusual, I think of the fact that these are probably the same people that voted for Trump.
Exactly.
They're the same, you know what I'm saying? They're the same ones that was voting for Trump. And now when his policy hurts them, they got issues. I saw this woman also, sir, if I may. I saw this woman, she was a farmer, and she said most of the farm products that she produced went to U.S. aid. So when they was providing food for overseas, that's where she was getting most of her business. And when he shut down U.S. aid, he destroyed her business. And she said 3 generations of her families voted Republicans. They voted for Trump 3 times.
That's crazy, man.
And now he destroyed their business. So that was good. I was happy to hear that. Salaki.
Yeah. Somebody else about to say something?
Salakia, Mardaka, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, Salakia, I was reading today that the mayor, Muriel Bowser, he was upset about National Guard being sent to Washington, D.C. And what's interesting, they're sending troops from Ohio, Mississippi, and South Carolina. All these are red states, and they're sending them to this zone, the Democratic zone.
Yeah.
Them country boys are going to be to a very urban area, DC, especially where they're going in Southeast DC, unlike in Georgetown, they're harassing our people there. In Georgetown, they're harassing the homeless. I've seen them out there putting tents and throw them in the back of garbage trucks, and what's happening in DC is very, very wicked, and it is totally oppression, and we should take heed to that. I'm glad you mentioned that today. Salaki.
Yeah, I'm right. Go ahead, please.
Salaki, if I may, but I don't know if y'all brothers heard or not, but I believe it was last week Donald Trump sent ICE and Border Patrol into California, and they did a federal raid. I believe it was a senator. He was having a conference about immigrants being taken out of America and sent back to Mexico. And Trump basically sent ICE and the Border Patrol down there to basically make a statement.
Right.
Like, they wasn't going down there to arrest anybody, but they just went there just to be present. And the way they pulled up, in the armed vehicles, bodied armored up, AR-15s, and I get the statement that he's trying to make. Like, basically, Donald Trump is basically trying to say there's nobody over him.
Exactly.
You understand? Like, he's basically just trying to say, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. I'm not asking for anything. Y'all just gonna do what the hell I tell you to do.
Facts.
You understand? And that's basically the statement I think he's trying to make.
You understand? And And if Republicans don't know now, you know what I'm saying, what they should know now, that voter Republican did not do anything for them, man. So like, I see Officer Zion. So like, is there y'all about to sir? You was ready for the class, I don't want.
So like I said, we can't hear you.
Con, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Come
Come
on.
on.
I'm gonna pass over to Precinct Officer Zion.
Most High in Christ. Clap it up. Get a little hand, man. Y'all didn't hit just a wonderful job, man. With all this that we see going on, what should we be doing? We're hearing about the wars and rumors of wars. We're seeing the hurricanes. We're seeing Donald Trump and the administration taking over the whole goddamn globe. What should we be doing? Should we be saving money and looking for better slaves and becoming better slaves, getting a better education? What should we be doing as priests and prophets of the Lord? This is what we should give me the book of Nehemiah 8 and 4, Baba Kashar. Book of Nehemiah. Everybody doing Tuah? I don't hear nothing on
One time, sir.
Well, it's Monday and niggas, we already tired. The scripture say we shall they gonna wear out the saints, ain't it? Lord. Nehemiah 8 and 4, Baba Kashar. This is what we should be doing as a nation of people, man. Who got it for me?
Like if I may, out of one.
Please, come on.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Ezra, the scribe, stood upon a pulpit of wood, which they had made for the purpose. And beside him stood Nayathaq, and Shema, and Ananiah, and Urijah, and Hilkiah, and Maaseiah, on his right hand. And on his left hand.
On his right hand, then on his left hand, come on.
Pedaiah, Mishael, Malachiah, Hashum, and Hashbadana.
Go ahead.
Zechariah, and Meshullam.
Go ahead. Read verse 5.
And Ezra opened the book in the sight of all the people. For he was above all the people. And when he opened it, all the people stood up.
What is happening right here? What is going on in this verse right? Nehemiah 8 and 4.
So like it, sir.
Come on, no, Yanazar.
This is
let me get one of the new soldiers, troopers. What's Salakia? Come on, Yanazar. I love the zeal. If you let me not slow down my brother zeal. What's happening right here, Yanazar? Salakia.
They at camp, sir.
They at camp. With all these things that are taking place that we're seeing in the earth, guess what? We have leadership that has told us to go get our people, bring it back wet, to teach the people. And we doing these things not because it's something new that's in the earth. This in the Bible, ain't it? That was written how many years ago? So we're doing the traditions that the priests and prophets have always done. They stood on the pulpit of wood. For all the new troopers or the young men that are coming in, when you coming out the camp, I want y'all to understand something. This is the most excellent profession that you can ever do in the earth. Now you're gonna find that the oppressor will try to get you busy to keep you distracted. But as we read this book of Nehemiah, chapter 8 and verse 4 and verse 5, we're seeing brothers on the left and right as they open up the book of the law, man, and break this thing down for who? Our people. That's it. Read verse 6, Baba Kushal.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, verse 6.
So like, hold on, hold tight. First Esdras 9 and 42. I want to go into this because that way all the brothers and sisters that come to the schools, the brothers should understand what's going on, priest. The Akim, we have to remember our first job, our first wife, if that makes sense, right? Our first love. We can't be distracted. And our sisters, if you know you got a husband that going to camp, this could be the last time that you see that man. Don't become a distraction for the brothers that's gonna do the work. If your husband going out that door, hey, show love to him. Let him know how important he is in your life. instead of talking about whatever damn message that you read on his Instagram or whatever that's on his phone. Everybody understand? This is a profession that we see that was given to the priests and prophets of the Lord, and in their time, the same way our job is to do this work now. Everybody understand? It has not changed. What does Scripture say about the spirit of a prophet? Anybody know? What is that again?
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it, Yonazar.
The spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet.
What does that mean? 1 Ezra 9:42. What does that mean, Yonazar?
Well, what I was taught that it meant is like if you're a prophet now, there's a good chance you was a prophet in a previous life.
And knowing that with that understanding, that means everything that we're doing, we are fighting for the people who are we're supposed to be reaching back and helping and teaching. So don't waste your time chasing frivolous things that are in the earth, okay? Make sure every day that you live is constructed to build. Come on with it, Bunk, yo.
This is the book of 1 Ezra, chapter 9.
If I could, sir, too.
Come on with it, Soccer.
If I could too, sir, just just expound on it. That means nothing has never changed. Nothing has never changed. You understand? We've been in prophets. We've been doing this in our past life, and guess what? We're doing it right now. So, like, sir, I just want to say that real quick.
So to add to it, there's nothing new what under the sun. So ain't no need us chasing all these things that the world puts in front of us. All these distractions, what is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. All these things are distraction from us doing the work that the Lord set out for the priest and prophet to do on that pulpit of wood, and to send the scriptures and what we do. I know y'all brothers coming to the school, they hate carrying Big Bertha, man. Like, damn this thing. Big Bertha, where you are? Hey, brother, and get the camp signs. You get the poles. Make sure you got the banner. Hey, how many y'all brothers that giving their report? Make sure you give your report to the camp leader on time. Why? Because they did it back then. So it'll say it was brothers to the right and the left of him, Bunky, y'all. So there had to be some type of accountability on who was coming and who was going to show up to do the work, right? We are the brothers that are doing the work now. So it's a dereliction of duty if you don't call your camp leader and report, right? If you met a new broad, you would call her, hey, baby, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'll be there by 12 tonight. You'll be on time for that phone call. She be like, come on, I got my lingerie and negligee on. You be ready. Camp leader call you, hey, brother, be on time for camp. Oh, Salaki, sir. What had happened was, man, you gotta have that zeal, just like these priests and prophets are old in the Bible. And it's a work for all of us to continue to stay in and do. Don't be distracted, Akim. Come on. You got it?
The book of 1 Ezra, chapter 9, verse 42.
Come on.
And Esdras, the priest and reader of the law.
Hold on, the priest and what?
Reader.
The priest and reader. So when we be at camp, what we have? A priest and a what?
Reader.
A reader. Come on.
And Esdras, the priest and reader of the law.
The reader of the law, come on.
Stood upon a pulpit of wood.
Go ahead.
Which was made for that purpose.
So the purpose of the pulpit of wood was to teach the people what out of the book of the law, saying what this is what we should do. This is what we should not do. This is how we should govern ourselves. These are governmental policies when we talk about leading a nation. You understand? Just like the oppressor got what they call the parliament, or they call the house on the hill, where they make all these governmental laws. Well, we stand on the pulpit of wood and we teach the people. We teach. Read on. It's gonna say it. It's gonna tell you who we teach. Come on.
And there stood up by him Nayathaq.
Okay.
Samus.
That brother reported for camp.
Ananias.
He reported for camp.
Azariah.
He reported for camp too.
Uriah.
He reported camp early.
Ezekiel.
He did too.
Blasphemous. Upon the right hand.
So all these brothers that he just read off was on the right hand side. All these brothers made they camp report on time. Read on.
Verse 44.
Shalakia, Balthazar one. Did you have your hand raised, Lucky? Come on, what you? I can't even see you. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying in reference to that scripture. Like that scripture, what was it? A priest? What I need that scripture too as well. But it's referring to who you are now is who you're gonna be in the next life. Like what you do in this life matters for the next.
Right. The water. Give him a hand. Most High in Christ. So everything that we do from day to day matters if we understand that. Come on, Bunk, yo.
Verse 44.
So let's see who stood on the left-hand side. Come on.
And upon his left-hand
Left-hand side
stood Phaldeus, Misael.
He reported the camp.
Melchiah.
He reported the camp.
Lothasibus,
He reported the camp.
and Nabarius.
He reported the camp. Go ahead.
Verse 45.
Now, guess what? These are brothers that we're talking about. We don't see any sisters reporting the camp, right? So when you see these other church groups and they have these sisters out, what are they doing? That's not according to the history that's in the Bible. They're doing their own thing. They're not following the traditions of the Bible, man. The ISUPK, we follow everything from top to bottom in here, man, because we're taught to do it. That's what makes every brother and sister that comes into the school gold. But sisters, y'all have a very important role as well. An extremely important role. Come on, brother.
We're in the book of First Ezra, chapter 9, verse 45.
Come on.
Then took Esdras the book of the law before the multitude.
Before the who?
Before the multitude.
Go ahead.
For he sat honorably in the first place in the sight of them all.
Go ahead.
Verse 46. And when he opened the law, they stood all straight up. So Esdras blessed the Lord God Most High, the God of hosts Almighty.
This is camp. This is camp. You ever wonder why we go out in 100-degree weather and teach our people the truth of this Bible? Because it's in your blood. It's in your blood to do so as a priest. It's in your blood. It's amazing how we sit out at camp. It could be 102 degrees and the Lord has sent us a breeze and we'll be cool all day. It's amazing how we be at camp. It can be cold and a brother step on that pulpit of wood, Big Bertha, and start breaking down these scriptures. And I've seen brothers come out of their Hebrew Academy covers. Kodan. I've seen brothers get so hot it be negative 22 degrees. Niggas coming out that academy cover. Because you realize how important it is to teach our people, man. That would say open up and taught the multitude. Who would be the multitude? The people who would want to hear the voice of the Lord, man. To understand the importance of the priests and prophets. See, it's all a game now. We're all distracted by these. Like I seen a video, and this guy was like, imagine if somebody took your phone out of your hand, right? Everybody would basically be looking like this. You get me, sis? Everybody, their mama, who you come across will be looking at their palm like, when you find that strange, why would you find that strange? Okay, nothing there. Everything that you're seeing, give her a hand. That's heavy. That's exactly what he said. We spend the majority of our time on these phones looking for something that's not really there. You understand? The things that matter to us most are the people that are right here in front of you. So when you go to camp, the people that you love and you want to teach are the ones that are right there in front of you. You don't have to chase it. You can open up your phone and look up definitions and find information. But when you spend majority, iPhone has a thing that have what they call it, Bunker, y'all? Watch time or something like that. And then what they call it when you spend too much goddamn time. Everybody know when you want to stop your kids from looking at your screen. Look, screen time. Screen time. Why is screen time? I'm gonna start taking everybody goddamn phone and putting their screen time to an hour and a half. Maybe we can get some work done. Because these brothers went out on a pulpit of wood. I don't know what their screen time was at that time, but I would imagine they faced the same traumas that we're facing as a nation of people. And it was their job to teach their people how to deal with these things. If we spending so much damn times on our phones and being distracted, how much are you really going to go out and teach the people? How much time are you devoting to your profession? Niggas go to college for 20 years to become a doctor, a lawyer, in these professions. But you come in here, you pass the officer test, and you stop trying. We stop fighting. This is a lifelong job. We have to continue to do it because the oppressor would never quit. Come on.
So, like I said, in certain ways, like they had an advantage in the work they were doing. I'm not saying that it was any easier, but at least the people, because when we read, the people appreciated them, and they even started crying when they was breaking down them scriptures. That's what it says in verse 50. So today, the job is even harder because our people don't even know who the hell they are. Back then, we were in our own land and we knew who we were.
Come. And you know what? Even with that said, it still didn't stop Moses from getting pissed off. Right or wrong, Yonazar?
Absolutely, sir.
So you're gonna have those. We still gonna have those of our people who are just stubborn, stiff-necked, hard-headed, like the scripture says. That was a scripture that you pulled this weekend at camp, brother. I'm telling you, it was like when you said, "Did anybody know when Christ rejoiced in spirit?" And you said, "When." You remember that verse?
Yeah, that's Luke 10 and 21.
That's what I want to get onto, right? It goes along with the topic that we're talking about now, about the work. Let me get the book of Luke 10 and 21. It's heavy. When you read that, I thought of these scriptures, and I was like, this is the work. Out of all the things that you can find that you can smile about, some that'll give you some type of relief.
So like I said,
come on with it, Yonazar.
If I could read before that, because you got to lead up to it, sort of, to get the whole context, sir, if I may.
Well, let's lead up then, Yonazar.
Okay, this is the book of Luke, chapter 10 and verse 1.
Come on with it.
So after these, the Lord appointed other 70 also, and sent them out 2 and 2 before the face into every city and place whether he himself would come.
Right. So what is this saying? So go ahead, Salaki.
So if I may, sir, Salaki, sir, Christ sent out these 70 brothers to teach into different cities. There's only 2 of them together, 2 by 2.
He sent them out to do what? The work.
To teach, camp.
Yeah, he sent them out to what? To do what, Ayathon? The speaker and a reader. A brother, a reader, brother read. We just read this, right? Come on.
And then we could, if I may, sir, we could skip to verse 17, sir.
I thought you said we're gonna lead up to it, Jonas.
Well, this is, well, I mean, we know they went to camp, right?
I'm just messing with you.
But we're gonna get the gist of it, sir. Salakia.
Let's go.
If I may. So in verse 17, it says, and the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. Right? So what's happening here is they went out to camp and they came back with an excellent report. And the report was so excellent that, as far as I know, in verse 21, this is the only place in the Bible that I've read that Christ rejoiced in his spirit because of this work that these brothers did. And that's verse 21. Verse 21. In that hour, Yahushua rejoiced in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and the prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for it seemed good in thy sight.
Yonazar, now I want to lead up with you on this one, but you have to read verse 19 for me.
21 concert, verse 19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions.
All right, stop. So what does that mean? This is Yahweh Shai speaking, right?
Concert.
And we know this how?
Because it's written in red, sir.
So he said, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions. Why is Yahweh Shai saying this to the 70 souls?
Salaka, sir.
Uh-huh.
Could it be that nothing could stop them, nothing could harm them in going out and doing this work? Like the Lord was with them and nothing was going to harm them.
That's right. But let's take the make it practical, because sometimes when we say it like that, the way you said it, some people be like, well, how do I know the Lord is with me? Come on, Balthazar one.
Salaki, the serpents and scorpions are the oppressors in this nation. You know what I mean? The men with power to destroy, to kill, to unalive. You know what I mean? Everything that comes against you, he gives us the power to overcome it, to step on it.
Right, but how does the Lord give us power though? What you're saying is right. For every brother and sisters in the classroom, if I would say the Lord give us power, what is that? How is he giving us power?
Salaki, through his word. That's how he gives us power.
Man, give him a hand. So his word is saying what to us as priests and prophets of the Lord when we go out and do this work?
His word is saying, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions.
That's true. But what is power though? What is power?
Divine protection.
Think about it. If you're at camp and somebody says, brother, I give you power, what does that mean?
Salaka, sir.
Come on with it.
It's authority.
Thank you. So how do we have the authority over the serpents and the scorpions?
By the Spirit of the Lord, sir.
That's true, but what does that mean though?
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it, Thabo one.
Is it talking about like the authority that we have to go out there and, you know what I'm saying, and we doing something that's unbelievable. We going out there and telling the oppressor he's the devil to his face. You know what I'm saying? We literally treading right on that serpent in a way that they not used to. You know, the oppressor, he think, like the other scripture says, you know what I'm saying, that nobody can bring me down. But we out there telling him the truth about who he is to his face.
And we have to do what? To tell somebody the truth about themselves to their face, you're going to give them what?
It's like, sir, if I could, sir.
Uh-huh.
I think about that power, like how his words are speaking through us to the point where we can have an oppressor bow down and kiss our boots.
And we do that right with the power and the authority that the Most High gives us through what? The oppressor. We got to shame the oppressor, Akim.
Come on. It's like, sir.
We got to tell him that he doesn't belong in the seat of his authority because the people are mourning. We belong in the position of authority. You understand?
It's like, sir.
Come on with it.
I was going to say, Captain.
And with that, I want to turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq Banyamya. Y'all clap it up.
Somebody trying to sabotage me, man. Jeez. How y'all doing? Shalom. How y'all doing?
Twab, sir.
Y'all good? Yeah. All of a sudden, I just lost all internet.
Hey, Salaka, sir.
Come on. Mm-hmm.
We got our long lost brother in the class tonight. Officer Baez is in here with us.
Hey, Mosai Christ.
Got to give Baez a hand.
Yeah, my trucking brother. Yeah, man. All right, so where we at? Any questions?
So, like I said, we were in Luke 10, and we had just read from 17 through 21.
Mm-hmm. You're good with that? Anybody need a breakdown on it?
I think we're good. I don't know. I'm good on it.
Good with? Okay. All right. Let's deal with these rich people. I think we had stopped off last class from dealing with that. I forget the video I was showing you. You remember the video? If not, somebody pull Ecclesiasticus 13 and 18. Let's start there. All right. Let's start there. Because that's what that's one of the things you're seeing right now playing out on the earth right now in America, you know what I mean, in the Caribbean, right, where the oppression is going to start to increase. You understand?
I got it, sir.
Come on.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13 and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
What agreement is there between an hyena and a dog?
Right. And we always ask the question, I mean, what agreement does a hyena and a dog have? You asking a question.
None.
Right? Correct. And it's the same thing when it comes to the rich and the what?
And the poor.
Poor. Why? Who pays most of your taxes?
The poor.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Right? The middle class don't like to be considered poor. But is it a rich or a poor? You understand? Either in the 1% or you're not in the 1%. Right? And the question is being asked, what agreement? Right? And that's why black people, and I'll bring a story out today, and you'll see that like black people think you can have some agreement with white America when white America is totally separate from black America. White America only accepts black America because black America was willing to not accept their blackness. You understand? Once you don't accept your blackness, a white America accepts you. You understand? And that's what they've been doing. It's the same thing with these other countries, like Jamaica. Right? Remember, I think they were trying to push that whole LGBTQ lifestyle on them. And it was a pushback. Right? It was a total pushback on that. Right? And then Donald Trump, I think, pulled millions of dollars from them. The foreign aid.
So, like, sir, if I could.
Come on.
So I believe the word is assimilation.
Yes.
And that's we brought up, in your class multiple times. Again,
Mm-hmm.
Buju Banton, like that's, Buju is everywhere now. He getting all kind of features. He getting all kind of endorsements. He getting all kind of American dollars. Getting all kind of money because he agreed to never perform Boom Bye Bye again.
Yep.
He assimilated to what they wanted. Salaki, sir.
Yes. Once you accept their way of lifestyle, and you willing to sacrifice yours, then white America is happy with you. You understand? I don't know if you remember. You remember the story of the Caucasian male, the white American, who went to the CDC. This happened like 2 or 3 weeks ago. You remember that story?
The one that killed the one that killed the black police officer?
Yes.
Right? We remember that.
Yes. How many wrongs he had on him?
I don't remember the exact amount, but he had a lot.
Yeah, somebody look it up. You know what I mean? You have just enough to defend your home. He have to defend a village. What does one white man have all them wrongs to doing? You understand? White America, they for sure know what they're planning on or plotting on. You understand? But black people, we think there's some type of agreement. We think since they said slavery is over and that we part of America, we Americans, they think there's some agreement with white America when there's no agreement whatsoever. Read on, Yanaza.
And what peace between the rich and the poor?
And what?
And what peace between the rich and the poor?
And what peace? This whole thing with voting is just a smoke screen. You understand? It's just to hide, right? It's just to hide that the rich does what to the poor? Hate the poor.
You oppress the poor.
And yes, and they oppress the poor also too. Correct. Right? Bible say there's no peace between the what? The rich and the poor. None whatsoever. And Christ showed that with what? When he did what? When he told the rich man to do what? Sell what you have. Sell what you have. Give up everything you have. And that rich man is like, that's too hard. I ain't doing that. I'm not. Right? Read on.
Verse 19. As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor.
You understand? Like the Bible is, is giving you as clear as day. How many of you have been Christians for the past, 10 years of your life? And you ever read this before in church? Never. Never. You'll be in the church for what 20 years at. And some of these scriptures, you'll be like, nah, that's not in there. And then when you read it, well, that's not what that means. So what does it mean? You understand? Like the Bible is as clear as that. The Bible trying to tell you that that rich people are going to what? Be enemy.
So like
you understand? Come on.
Nah, what's so heavy about what you're saying, Adawan, is I remember when I first came into the truth, and Rogers told me that what he said. He said God don't love everybody, and I said, you wicked. I said you weak. I said you weak for believing. Hey, you need to throw that stuff away. Meanwhile, I had a whole bag full of unbelievable in my lap, man. So like I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, I telling you. Like this Bible is, straightforward. Teaches you how to what? How to live life. It teaches you what to expect. So you're not shocked. You understand? Some of us shocked that, that these rich Black people, Hispanics, or First Nation people don't love the people. Don't be shocked. That's why Christ, give me what Christ, when Christ told the disciples, he told the disciples, render unto Caesar what is Caesar. You understand? And don't how to put it? Don't misunderstand what I'm trying to get you to see here. Right?
Come on.
When you get go ahead and read it.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 20. And he saith unto them, whoso is the image of the superscription, they said unto him, Caesar's. Then
right,
said
Caesar. And that's what Black people have to understand also too. That's a sign that you're still in captivity.
Right.
You pull that dollar bill out. You pull them coins out. Who faces are on those coins? Who faces on that dollar bill, on that $20 bill, on that $5 bill, on that $100 bill, on that $50 bill? It ain't your face, it ain't your people. You understand? And that's a sign that you are in slavery still, in captivity still. Right? Read on.
Then saith he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's.
Right. Meaning what? Meaning what?
Salaki.
Come on.
Meaning give him his just due, like, you know what I mean? His reward. Salaki.
Oh, I'll take that. But give him what? Come on.
Pay your taxes.
Yeah, that's it. Just pay your taxes. Some of y'all some of y'all one child, but somehow on your taxi, you know what I mean, 2 show up. And then before you know it, IRS sending you a letter in the mail. You understand? Christ is saying, give him what is owed to him. Render unto him what is owed to him. That's it. And what is Christ talking about here?
Salaka, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Because he asked them like whose face was on the money.
Right. So we talking about what? What's the subject?
Money.
Money. This has nothing to do with your soul, Negro. This has to do with money, paper, tree bark. You understand? Give Esau. Don't do what what's his name? Who had to pay for it? Which black man you know how to pay for it and almost never recovered from it?
It's a liar, sir.
Come on.
I believe what, Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, Wesley Snipes. You understand? Like you trying to, you know what I mean, get over on the American government. You know why you're in this hell? You're in this hell because you want to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. You're in this hell because you want to believe that God loves everybody. We're in this hell because you want to do cocaine. You want to do drugs. That's why we're in this hell. And the Lord put you in this. So guess what? You think trying to go around, trying to circumvent, you understand, not paying your taxes, mean the Lord going to be with you on that? No, he's not going to be with you on that. Because here's Christ is telling them to do what? Give Caesar what is Caesar, what is owed to Caesar. You understand? Just give it to him. Some of you will get, some of us have to pay maybe what, $200 to get your license back. Before you know it, you still driving. Until what?
Until next year.
Yeah, but until what? Until the cop pull you over. And now, guess what? There's a warrant out for you, and now you have to pay about 10 times that money because you had to go get a lawyer. Right? Just give the oppressor his money. Give him it. And Christ trying to get you to understand that, run down to Caesar what is Caesar. Read on. And it's the same thing. And this on the right hand side. Now, you should be paying your what?
Your tithes, sir, Salakia.
Yeah, your tithes.
Come on. That's the next part of the verse.
Read on. Mm-hmm.
And unto God the things that are God's.
Yeah, pay your damn tithes. Pay it. Because you'll pay Esau his taxes. You'll give Esau all his tax money he need so that you don't have to go to prison. Because the Lord ain't going to throw your ass in the dungeon. That's why you ain't paying tithes. That's why you could be like, well, you know what? The Lord going to understand. I have it rough. All right, Negro. You have it rough. But the Lord fits in to make it rougher. Because you're stealing from him. You steal from the oppressor. He coming for you. You're going to get that IRS letter in the mail. And you're going to have to cough it up. Or else he coming to what? Garnish what? Whatever property, whatever you have to pay it back. That happened to who? That happened to Red Fox. Red Fox said he wake up one morning with a bang at the door, and it was IRS. They said by the time they leave, he only had a bed to lay down on. Took everything. You understand? Read on.
Salaki, I had a preset, but I'll keep reading, sir. Matthew 22, verse 22. When they had heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way.
Right. They marveled on what?
Left him and went their way.
He cut them.
Right.
He cut them. Because that's what black people don't understand. Black people think because the white man paying the salary means what?
So like I said, what'd you say?
Black people think that because the oppressor is paying your salary means what?
So like it that he's above us.
Well, yeah, he is.
But that we should have allegiance with him.
Yes. That now we owe him our soul. Now we owe him our honor, our integrity. You understand?
So like it, sir.
Come on.
Now, just on that topic, I got a precept. Because like white people can execute their punishment, like, you know what I mean. We can see their punishment take place like right away. You're not paying your taxes, you can go to prison right away. You're not paying money for your house note, you can get your house evicted right away. Because they do that, we feel like they have more power over us, but we'll still go sin against the Lord. We won't pay our tithes because, you know, what would the Lord do for us for not paying our tithes? Because we don't see it right away. So I got a scripture. It's Ecclesiastes 8:11. It says because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Like, that's so true among us Black, Hispanic, Canadians. Because the Lord never asked for not paying tithes, we feel like, oh, we good, I can pay it next month. Oh, we good, I can just wait until, you know what I mean, until I find out which one is the right one to pay it to. So like it said.
Yep, you're right. And the Lord is not having that. You're gonna be forever be broke living like that. Now go back to Ecclesiasticus. Go back to Ecclesiasticus now. Right? I think Yanis, you had it? Or you want somebody else take it?
That was 13 and what is it? We did 19. We read 19.
So give me 20.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13 and verse 20. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor.
All right. Say that one more time. Read that one more time.
As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor.
This is, you know what I mean, so on point. You understand? Proud people hate what? Humility. You understand? What does that mean? Come on.
So like it. Back in the day, I think I did a little class on this. Back in the day, what proud rich white people used to have, they used to have what's called a disappointment room. So whenever they had like a child that was born with maybe some kind of disorder or something, they would throw them in that room to keep from getting humiliated by like the townsfolk, like a rich family. Like, they hated the sight that they had a child that was born with a deformity or a health condition, so they would hide it away. That's that humility.
All right. Yeah, give me a little more. Where's your proud people? Come on.
So like it's like during the civil rights movement. You understand what Martin Luther King and them, when they was doing that peaceful protest, and they was acting non-violent, being real humble, but it made the white man even angrier and more violent towards our people.
Okay. This is not saying hold on. This is not saying like proud people hate humble people. This is saying the proud, they hate humility.
So like it, sir.
Come on.
Would it be like Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world, and he run a race and he come in last?
Okay. Simpler than that. Come on. Hold on. Let the young man go.
So it's basically just saying the proud man, the proud rich man, like he won't show any. He won't show any acts of humility within himself. He hates that. Like he just. That's what it's saying.
Just give me the proud. Don't put rich in.
Well, the proud man won't show any acts of humility within himself. The hatred of it won't allow him to do it.
Okay. So what proud people hate?
Salaki, sir.
Hold on. Tabo one.
A proud person hates shame. They hate, a lowly state. They hate anything that, makes them not, feel that that sense of, that highbrow sense of self.
Yeah. So, like, if anything, just harms the proud man's ego.
Hold on, young man. Hold on.
Like
Somebody.
Like, if I may, like a proud person hates their flaws and imperfections. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Donald Trump. He don't want his flaws or his imperfections revealed because he's too proud. He doesn't want to feel the backlash for not being perfect or not getting recognized.
So just simply hate people. Proud people hate to be what? Wrong. They like to be told they're wrong. You understand? Proud people, they think they're always what? That was right. Come on.
I was gonna say they hate me. They always think they're right. I was just gonna say
yeah. They hate that. You talk to a proud person. Well, brother, the sky is blue. No, it's not. It's not blue. How you know it's blue? It's not blue.
If I could too, sir.
Come on.
I was just gonna add too, sir. White society, they hate to hold on to that accountability for being wrong.
Yeah. Like the white man is so proud of. You can't tell him he's racist. You can't tell him he's wrong for what he's doing. He's not going to accept that. And Donald Trump is a good example of what a proud person look like. You understand? A proud oppressor look like. You understand? And the Bible is telling you, just like proud people hate humility, meaning proud people hate to be humbled. They hate to be humble. They hate to do what? To at some point take what? Take the low. At some point be like, you know what, brother? You know what? You're right. You're right.
Salaki, if I could.
Come on.
It's so heavy that you say that because there's a movie. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's like a biography of Donald Trump. And in that biography, he was talking about his 3 rules to success. And one of them was to never admit defeat.
Yeah.
Said claim victory always.
Yeah. And that's him. And that's a proud man. Right? And it's saying what? So that's what? So that a rich man hate the poor. Right? And just remember, I'm not saying you cannot be rich. But I'm saying what? Majority of rich people, they do what? They hate the poor. They despise them. Read on.
Salaki. Okay, verse 20. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. Verse 21. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends.
What does that mean?
So if you're rich, and we see this all the time, Adawan, we see this all the time. When you're rich and you falling and you're having hard times, the other rich people will help you. They'll hold you up. They'll uphold you. They'll give you a loan or give you gifts, whatever you need to, because they know what is. They don't want to see you be a poor man because you was one of them.
Well, okay. Yeah, but Okay, remember, these scriptures comparing who?
The rich and the poor.
The rich and the poor. Poor people be the ones to come to do what?
Say again, sir.
To the rescue, sir.
Yeah. Poor people come to the rescue of what? Of the rich man. Right? Poor people. Not so much P. Diddy. Who was out there protesting for him to be out of jail?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
It was poor people, sir.
Yeah. People on the streets. They were protesting for him not to go to jail. And there was claiming it was a witch hunt. You understand? Like, we had to understand that rich people, for example, remember Kyrie Irving? Remember what Kyrie Irving did?
Con.
Right? And brothers and sisters they backed him. They backed him. Just like what's the other dude name too? The celebrity that came out and said the Jews were black people.
Kanye West.
Nick Cannon.
Kanye West, Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Yes, Nick Cannon, Kanye West. Black people love them, man. What about Will Smith? You think poor people don't love Will Smith? Love him.
It's a liar, sir.
Come on.
When R. Kelly got locked up for that back pay for child support, his fans paid.
You see? You understand?
Salag, if I could.
Mm-hmm.
To add to it, the purple pigs. You understand? They went out and marched for Kyrie Irving and surrounded the Barclays Center, but then said, "Who gives a damn about Trayvon Martin?"
Yes,
that's a good point.
Yes, they went and hoard themselves out. You understand? Like a good old slut. You understand? For rich men. And the Bible is trying to come on.
They thought they was gonna get a donation.
Yes. Right? And the Bible is trying to do what? The Bible is trying to warn you about rich men. Like, we think rich men is our, could be a best friend. No. You know what I mean? He only a friend because you acting your part real good. Right? Come on. Read on.
Verse 21 again. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends.
Brother, and you had some belly had a pain in the will. You went to the preacher and he tell you, pray. Went to our brother in the will and he tell you, how to pick up 2 jobs, gotta work. Or you get yourself in some position and they try to kick you down. Try to say it's your fault. You understand? Poor people, you understand, looked at like trash to the rich, like a problem. What is Donald Trump doing right now in Washington, D.C.? He has these I forget, these officers telling these homeless people they have to leave. They have to leave or else. he's going to throw them in jail. You understand? Come on, read on.
Khan. Verse 22. When a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers.
He has what?
Many helpers.
He has many helpers. Many. That's including what? The poor, the rich. Everybody wants to come to that rich man help. Everybody. Everybody loved Jordan so much. But Jordan does Jordan doesn't care about black people. What about Oprah Winfrey? About Oprah? Come on.
Salaki.
Mm-hmm.
If Salaki, I wanted to bring out something about Donald Trump and what he's doing in D.C. Like how he had Putin. I mean, that was in Alaska, but sometimes he entertained other dignitaries and diplomats from other countries, and when they drive it into the White House, they gotta drive past all those homeless people and whatnot, and he don't want to see that. It's kind of like the rich man and Lazarus. Lazarus was outside the gate, and the rich man couldn't stand that. They disgusted by the poor, sir.
Yes, you're right. The spies just looking at them. The spies that are. And the Bible is basically, giving a poor man the upper hand on these rich men. It's giving you an upper hand. It's telling you what to expect. Like for real, the rich, according to our culture, should be doing what?
So, like it, sir.
Come on.
They should be helping the poor.
That's it. The Lord giving that money not for you to go and live your lavish lifestyle while your people in squalor. They give you that potential to go get that bag so that you could take that bag and now come and do what?
Help the people.
Yes. Right?
So, like it, sir.
Come on.
I never forget it. Like back, I think it was in the early 90s, like they went up to Michael Jordan, and it was like a political season, and they was asking Michael Jordan, you understand, to support the Democrats. And I never forget his response. He responded by saying, "Republicans buy sneakers too." That's what he said. I never forget that.
No, and he right too, because if you understand what I'm saying, like rich men, they think about what?
More riches.
Money, yes, money. You are just, you are a poor man. What is, what do you and him have in common? You understand? Right? Read on.
Khan. He speaketh things not to be spoken.
He what?
He speaketh things not to be spoken.
Right.
And yet men justify him.
And yet what?
Yet men justify him.
You understand? That's your Eddie Long. That's your this one that waiting for his sentencing.
P. Diddy.
You understand? Rich men say what the hell they want. Why? Because they have money. But read on.
The poor man
and they justify him.
Come.
You understand? Especially that P. Diddy. They claim there was like what? There's like he ain't do nothing wrong. That's just his lifestyle. You understand? They try to justify what this nasty bastard was doing.
And so, like I said, even Trump was considering giving him a pardon. He was talking about it. He was considered doing it because he's just like him.
Yeah. Just like the pagan crew. You giving this man all this money. And now it come out that, you know what I mean, he fitting to get pegged or been pegged. You know what I mean? And you still trying to justify that life, that lifestyle? Read on.
The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Poor people slip. Poor people might make bad decisions. Poor man might be decide to do what? You know what? I have this $100. I am going to bet this. I'm going to gamble this. That's slipper. Because now, guess what? You might owe 200. Might make a bad decision as a poor man. You slip. And what happened to him?
And yet they rebuked him too.
They're going to rebuke him too. Right? Read on.
He spake wisely and could have no place.
Right? He slipped. You rebuke him too, but guess what that poor man has that the rich man don't have?
He ain't got no friend and no place to go.
Yeah, but read that last part.
Salakia. And could have no place.
Salakia.
Come on.
He had, the poor man has the wisdom of the Lord.
More wisdom than those rich men. You understand? The problem is he ain't had no place. You understand? Problem is he know he slipped up and he's going to try to do what? Correct it. You understand? Rich man, he slip up. You think P. Diddy going to change? Yeah, he might change. He might be more what?
Cautious.
Yeah. But that lifestyle, them drugs, them women, the oil, and them men, right? We got to get that one where it say, you know what I mean? With all rich men fall into a diverse lust. Somebody look that up for me. Right? Read on.
Verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Brother, we live in this. Black people live this. How many black people hold their tongue when they heard Dr. Umar Johnson speak? They thought this man was going to do what?
Build a school.
He was going to build a school, not just build a school act. He was going to bring that blackity black culture back. You understand? He was going to bring that black power back to black people. Not knowing, you know what I mean, he is a fool. I saw a video of this man recently talking about telling his sisters to give him $500 to go have dinner or something. No, lunch. And then start to rant on men who have wives, saying that, you know what I mean, you men know, you know what I mean, don't knock the game, or I forget the words he used. But brother, he is at a low level. And I see now why generals say he might be on drugs. He looked like that. He's saying things like, you know what I mean, like he on drugs. Come on.
He said, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah. Now you sisters gonna have to be dummies. You understand? I want them names. I want to make sure you pay yourself. I want to see you next to Umar Johnson having lunch with him. So I'll have you down as a dummy. Read on.
What he saith, they extolled it to the clouds.
Meaning that this is the take it and run now. They take it and run. And this goes for your preacher and all too. Like, you know more than that preacher in your church. And you go break this down to a family member. They will take his words and run with it. They'll be like, yo, what he's saying is so heavy. You understand? Read on.
But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Right. No, it ain't about what. And gone are the days when, when your base, a man on what comes out of his mouth. Today, they based a man on what?
The locket, sir.
Come on.
His money.
Yeah. So this man rich. He must be able to tell me how I could be what? Rich too one day.
Right.
And whatever he is doing, I'm going to do. Not knowing, you don't know if he had to be in a triple bucker in some back room with some producer. Remember what's his name? Tyler Perry had to pay what, millions of dollars for? Right. Making sexual advances to a Caucasian male.
Right.
You don't know what these men had to do to get his riches, but all you know, they're rich, and whatever coming out their mouth, it must be gold. You hear Denzel Washington make a speech?
Salaki.
Oh boy. Come on.
We can't forget about that Shannon Sharp.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They're so smart. They don't even know who to sleep with, who have sex with her. That's how smart it is. Their mistake lead to what? $50 million down the drain.
So like it, sir.
Come on.
He lost 150 million because he was going to get that $100 million with ESPN. And he lost that plus the 50 million or the 30 million, whatever. I mean, he paid at least 30 million to that woman.
Oh boy.
So he lost a $100 million contract with ESPN.
Yeah.
That he was going to sign like in the next month.
And Annie would think they'll learn the lesson. I guarantee you, there's going to be another white woman in his bed, because Negroes like that don't learn the lesson. Once you get a taste of that white man money and you up there with it, and you don't have a priest in your corner,
and Salaki,
it's a done deal. Come on.
And he got that podcast, and he had one of the biggest interviews with Cat Williams, and he also interviewed Monique, and both of them tried to warn him about them white dogs, sir. But he was too proud to listen.
Right. That's it. You understand? And they were too poor to talk to him.
Travis Hunter as well, sir.
Yeah. I'll tell you, we could stay here and name brothers, from now until next week, and sisters from now until next week. There's so much examples in the Black community, in the Hispanic and First Nation people. There's so much examples. And we're going to have to either learn from it, or we're going to have to do what? We're going to learn from you. You understand? Come on, read on.
Kind of one card, sir. What fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Boy, if that ain't your life. If that ain't your life, it's your life. That's why you have a responsibility in here to make sure you're doing what you are supposed to be doing. You understand? You don't have, you just think about it like this. Can a pilot have a bad day with you on the plane? Yeah. Can a pilot have a nervous breakdown? Yeah, I mean, he got a call. Yeah, I mean, saying or somehow before the plane take off, he look on the camera and some man in his house. He fitting to have a nervous breakdown. What's going to happen?
He's gonna crash, sir.
Yeah, more than likely he may crash, or more than likely it's going to be, you know what I mean, it's going to be a terrible experience for you.
Sir.
Come on.
Yeah, that could happen, but it's not supposed to happen. You know, he's supposed to be able to, you know, the co-pilot's there for that reason too. But no matter what happens, the pilot is supposed to almost have tunnel vision. Whatever's going on in his life, he got to make sure that plane land appropriately.
You understand? That's you. Whatever going on in your life, you better call, get the help. But that does not give you the right to go back into the world. You understand? Or brothers or your family members, they're going to do what? They're going to do what? They're going to help to what? Overthrow your black behind. You understand? They're going to say you was a fraud and this was just at some time and you all don't have the truth. Right? Read on. Now listen to this good. For those of you Christians out there who think I'm saying we should just all be poor. You understand? Listen good. Read on, Yaniza.
Riches are good unto him that hath no sin.
Riches are what?
Good unto him that hath no sin.
Yes.
And poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly.
You understand? Right? Like it ain't a sin to be poor. You understand? It's not a sin to be what?
It's not a sin to be rich either.
It's not a sin to be rich either. You understand? But the Lord hate a what? A rich sinner and a what? Poor sinner. You understand? Right? Give me Revelation 3:17. And then for time, right? If you get go ahead and read it.
So like it, sir. You called for another precept, I believe is diverse lust, or did you not want that one, sir?
Yes, come on.
Okay. It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captives silly women laden with sins.
Right. For this last one?
Salakia. And laden, Salakia. And led captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lust.
Diverse lust. Read on.
Come, verse 7. Ever learning and never able to come into the knowledge of the truth.
Right. And that's what diverse lust does. Before you know it, you'll be what? You'll be in the world thinking you're what? Thinking you're in the truth. But you're just full of lust. You understand? Tab one. Grab that in the chat there, in the private chat.
Come on.
All right. Give me Revelation 3:17. And then we go read that story quick. I know we're coming up on the time.
I got it, sir.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increased with goods and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable.
I know it. Thou that you what?
Art wretched.
Wretched. What is to be wretched? That's why you could be rich. I mean, you could be Denzel Washington. You come in and sit down in class. Guess what you're gonna have to do after class?
Select it.
Come on.
Wretched is like wicked, sir.
Look it up for me.
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
I got the Oxford Language Dictionary meaning. It means wretched, pull or twist someone or something suddenly and violently. Well, Salagi, so that's wretch. Salagi.
Yes, Kwa Aiba. He will have to clean. He will have to clean that toilet. Yes.
So I got
to sweep the floor. 1 minute. 1 minute. You will have to sweep the floor. You understand? Because we are not in here, we not respect as a man.
That's right.
You understand? And that's what the Lord trying to get you to understand. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't give, you know what I mean, respect to a man because you're rich. Don't give him that. Give him your honor because he what? He rich, because he have money. So you can do whatever he tell you to do. It's because he tell you go vote for, he gave $200 to go vote for Biden or Trump. You're gonna do it? You'll listen to him? Because he tell you let's have a million man march. We're gonna march to join the white man. You're gonna do it because he has money.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If he get you a $50,000 signing bonus to join ICE to go lock up your brothers.
That's right. You're gonna do it?
If I could, sir.
Come on.
Could we say the same thing also for IUIC, because they do march. Like I was on Threads. It's like a off brand of Instagram, and one of their I guess students or something, I don't know what he is, but he was like, yeah, we just did a march through DC and Delaware. I'm like, what does that do for the people? I didn't get a response, but it just reminds me of how they feel about the poor, and they don't go into actual neighborhoods and actually help people.
Yeah They're wretched. Read on. Did we get the definition of wretched?
Yeah, come on, sir. I gotta pull it back up, sir. Salakia.
Give me a wretched.
Come on, sir. Wretched, deeply afflicted, dejected, or distressed in body or mind. I got a second definition if you want it, sir.
Come on.
Extremely or deplorably bad or distressing.
Right. And he's saying what? That you're what? That rich people know it's not that thou art what?
Wretched, sir.
And what?
Salakia. That thou art wretched and miserable, and poor, and blind,
and what?
And blind and naked.
What's this trying to? We're trying to say to these rich people.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
That they are, poor in spirit because they don't really, they don't hold any substance other than money.
Yes, and that wretched, you can replace it with unhappy.
Come on, sir.
Let's say in a very unhappy, unfortunate state, wretched. And that's, rich people. So some of us look at these rich people and we will love to have their life, not knowing it's, look how, what's her name? Whitney Houston. She had money. Michael Jackson had money. Prince, money. But how they die? They died like our poor man will die. You understand? Like the Lord trying to get us to understand the dynamics between the rich and the poor. And the rich oppresses the poor man. The rich hates the poor man. And now knowing that,
Salaki said,
come on.
That's like when Christ and Barabbas was up. You know what I mean? The Pharisees they chose Barabbas. Well, you know what I mean? And the poor people followed suit.
Yeah. Yeah. The rich man, he is going to have you do things to suit his what? His pockets. You understand? You're going to think you're getting wisdom from him. You're not getting any wisdom from a rich man. None whatsoever. None. All right. Tabone, you want to read that story?
Come
on. Tell them what you're reading.
Come on, sir.
And you can put it up on the thing too.
Come on, sir.
Right? Put it up on the screen. And this kind of like ties into the topic also too, because these you know what I mean, these uppity up Negroes be thinking that since they not so-called poor, that white people are going to do what? Accept them. You understand? I don't know if we could play the video, but I'm not too sure, so we won't play it. All right? You don't have to play.
Valuable insight.
Sorry, sir.
Like knowing when you can finally skip this.
Okay. It says Trump. This is a story from CNN. But through Mediaite, it says Trump defender stuns CNN anchor in brawl over white people and slavery.
Right.
What
now,
exactly are you talking about?
No, hold on. Like, could anything coming out of a white person out stun you today? The only way it's going to stun you today is if you buy in to America.
Right.
You buy into what America trying to say that there's a melting pot. You buy in to to democracy. You buy into things like these. Then when a white person speaks contrary to what you've been taught in school, you're going to be what? You're going to be surprised. But you're going to be a surprise dummy.
Okay.
You understand? Right? Read on.
Okay. Fitness influencer and Trump defender Jillian Michaels stunned CNN anchor Abby Phillip with her argument about white people and slavery during a heated exchange on President Donald Trump's push to review history in museums.
Right. History museum. You all heard what Trump trying to do to the museums? What is he trying to do?
So like I said, if I may, he's trying to erase all the crimes that white people committed.
He's trying to do what?
He's trying to erase or eliminate the crimes that white people have committed.
Very good. Yanis, I see you up on it.
What is
he up on it. You understand? You all understand what Yanis is saying, right?
Okay.
Like he is getting rid of all what?
So like
Yanis, I said, come on.
All of the atrocities that they committed against us, sir. Well,
Yes.
his history, sir.
Because he wants his babies growing up without what?
Without guilt, sir.
Yeah, without any guilt.
Salaki, that's a perfect real life example. That's a perfect real life example of back when we was reading Ecclesiasticus about the proud hating humility, right there, wanting to get rid of, his what he's done as
yes, you're correct, and that's why we go there every weekend and tell them what what they did. And what happens when we tell them what they did?
Sir.
Come on.
They either make up excuses or they say, I would never do that. I love everybody. But in reality, I mean, they just showing who the devil themselves to be the devil, because I mean, you can't take accountability for what you did. Your ancestors were the ones that did it. You are reaping the benefits of it.
That's right. But they do a little more than that sometimes. What do they do?
Salaki.
Come on.
They get angry.
That's it. They get angry. They get angry and they want to do what? Call the cops.
Come on.
You understand? And say we disturbing the peace, this, that, the other. Right? They get angry at us telling them what they did in their forefathers did in history. I'll understand if we were up there doing what? Just making up stuff, lying. But we're not. We are actually giving them their real history, and they get angry. Well, brother, Donald Trump, he doesn't want his people angry. He doesn't want his people to have what? Any type of guilt.
Right.
So guess what? He is going to remove all of their history from where? From the museum. And Brody's, come on.
Salaki, I was just gonna say, because the truth hurts, Salaki.
Yeah, it does. It does hurt. It does. Because boy, oh boy, today they're looking just like who? What are they looking like today?
Salaki said they looking like the Nazis.
Yes, like the Israelis. You understand? The oppression, you know what I mean? Like right now, what he is doing, he is trying to rewrite American history. And the Lord is not going to allow that. Because we are going to be out there on them streets reminding America about real American history. You can get rid of it from the museum, but you ain't gonna get rid of it from the streets until Christ returns. White people are going to hear what your forefathers did. You did not work hard for what you have. You did not. You got what you have because your forefather was white. You understand? That's your inheritance. You didn't work hard like brothers or sisters who had to go to school. You understand? And make sure they got A's on their paper and come out into this world and still had to fight. Top. I mean, you go to school for what? How old you be when you start school? What, 5? I think 5 is the minimum. And then by 20, so that's what, 15 years you go to school. Right? If you go to college, it might be what, 20 years you go to school. And then you come out into the so-called world to work in the workforce. And that degree means nothing. You understand? And I'm not saying don't go get it. I'm saying that's how they look at it. Because now you have a degree, but guess what? You got to go work. And I'm not downing working in no like KFC, no establishment like that. It's an honest paying job. If you had to work that, work it. You understand? But the oppressor, he is so wicked and evil that he will make you have to go on, work 10 times as hard as him. And then tell you, you're shiftless, you're lazy. While he's gobbling up the earth.
So like the oppressor, they have no place for us in their world.
That's it. That's why we're going to have to create our own. That's why we are creating our own. All right. Read on tab 1. You have it? Who could take it for him? I'm gonna read it quick before the time.
He wants you to continue reading.
Skip down to where you see the dialogue.
The Michael S. and Roginski, sir?
Yeah. Where you see Michael's. Mm-hmm.
Come on. Phillips pushed back hard at one point, telling Michaels, you brought up the question of whether or not slavery in the United States is about race. The answer is yes. Michaels, can you address some of those things that are in there? Have you looked at some of the things that are being reviewed? Yes, slavery was a bad thing that we should talk about. Michaels, he is not whitewashing slavery. Roginski, so he's not? He's not, no. Okay, Michaels, he's not. And you cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about the fact that Torres, slavery in America was white supremacy. Michaels, do you know that only less than 2% of white Americans own slaves?
What is Michael's trying to do?
Almost, it's like that.
Salaki, once again, the proud lacking humility, they can't just take the truth right then. They just can't take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Salaki said,
come on.
He's trying to minimize their crimes.
Yes. And almost minimize it to the point that what?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
That they never did anything.
Yeah, it was just 2%. Where's 2%? You know what I mean? Where's 2% what? 100. Nothing. Small. It's a small amount.
So
what she's not saying is them 2% own all the black people that was in America. Right?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
That's kind of what they say now. They say like, a lot of oppressors didn't own any slaves, but in reality, they all owned us, sir. And like,
yes,
they
gave us like presents.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
So like I said, what you're bringing out is heavy. This is not just being real. The oppressor is truly the devil the Bible speaks of. Like, this is a disingenuous, is what we use all the time, a disingenuous bastard. Like, to try to pigeonhole it and use words and speak in funny ways to try to make it seem like, well, just a couple of some people did that, but we're talking about a system of oppression. You didn't have to be a slave owner to lynch a black man in the backwaters of Mississippi and not face any punishment. You didn't have to be a slave owner to spit on a black man for walking on your grass, and he can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an entire system of oppression. And not to mention, I'm gonna land my plane slacking, sir, but yeah, maybe a white man didn't have the money or the funds or the resources to own a plantation. But guess what? Who was working on those plantations? Go back and watch the movie 12 Years a Slave. White men were the overseers. That was a job that a white man could get in the employ of a white man who owned a plantation. So yeah, you may not have been the owner, but guess what? You would have been the overseer, and we would have had to call you master anyway. So
yeah.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If I may. They all benefited from slavery, all of them.
Yes.
They're still benefiting from it until this day.
Yes.
You understand? And they think we can't see it.
And the reason why, the reason why. Come on, who's gonna say something?
So like I was just about to say, I honestly feel like their biggest benefit was taking away our identity during slavery. That's for the black men in America. That's where they benefited the most.
Yeah. But they'll choose money over that any day. And that's your oppressor. It was just a byproduct of money. Now, give me Zechariah. Young man, give me Zechariah 11:5. Right? Now, and when it comes to them, that's why they don't want you to learn what. That's why Donald Trump is trying to do what? He's trying to erase the history. So stuff like this type of BS could fly.
So like you said, Zechariah 13
11,
and
11 and 5.
And 5, okay.
Mm-hmm. Right? Like
Okay,
she's
so
trying to
I
say
get it.
what? 2%. Like how cruel can you be? You know, she had said only 5% of the so-called Jewish man died in the Holocaust. What do you think would have happened?
She would have got canceled, sir.
Cancelled. You'll never know that woman name again. Should they get canceled quick? CNN would have had us take that down from off the air. The whole works. They would have scrubbed the internet. But they are allowed to say this. Why? Because black people don't even know the history. Right? I want to say black people, meaning the majority of us. You go on Ask. I saw some show where a brother was asking for countries in what I think in countries in forget what he was asking about, certain countries, and brother, nobody knew the answer to some of these questions. I think he was asking about South America or Central America. Give me 3 countries in South America. Forget what he was asking. But we don't know. And that's because we don't have our own school system. We don't have, our own anything. So they're allowed to just feed us whatever they want to feed us. But now read on. Read. Tell them where you're at.
Con. We're at Zechariah 11 and 5. All right. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, "Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich."
You
And their
understand?
own.
They're doing what? They're trying to say what? Whose possessors what?
The possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. So as there's
go ahead.
I was just saying, so as they're committing their crimes against our nation, they're justifying everything and just not wanting to take accountability for anything that they do.
Yeah, they want to hold themselves guilty.
It's like
They do not. Come on.
If I could, they also, I believe, most of the laws that they made, like black codes and Jim Crow laws, those things were against us. But there also was probably more than likely, it's not well known. It's called like a casual killing law, well, unaliving, that they would, that they use for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that they would do. And so if it benefited them by unaliving one of us, they could do it like willingly. Like at any time they, see one of us walking down the street and they just, want to take another man's life, they have the right to do so, sir.
Yes.
Just like the police do today, Salakia.
Yes. Yes. And this woman, I'm guaranteeing you, she would, if they had pressed her more, she would have said what? What do you think she would have said? What do you think she would have said if they had pressed her more about slavery? She would have said, come on.
She would have said that she didn't own any slaves. She's not responsible.
Yes. Yes. That's it. She'd have been like, my great granddad didn't own any slave. So how am I responsible for what happened to them? And that's so evil to even see. That's so wicked to even see.
So like it, my lord.
Come on.
I was just letting you know that the show is on. Your show has started.
Okay. All right. Finish reading this.
Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their
Mhm.
own shepherds pity them not.
And their what?
Their own shepherds pity them not.
Meaning what? The leak.
Slaki, that's just meaning like the shepherds who were supposed to be leading the flock, if I'm not mistaken. The shepherds are supposed to be leading the flock. They pity the people. They don't pity the people that they sold unto the possessors, because the possessors gave them riches for doing so.
Yes, they don't. Yes, your penalty. They don't really care. They don't care. Correct. You are correct. Your leaders do not care. If your leaders care, they would stop teaching that crap they're teaching in Christian church and teach you the truth according to the Bible, and teach you that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. That's what he will be teaching in the Christian church if he cared about you. All right. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer. Who taking it? Who taking it?
Kodam, sir. Officer Kodam.
I'll pass the class over to priest and officer Kodam.
Men of Israel, Majum. We're going to render 130 salute unto Captain Nayathaq. Men of Israel, Maj Shabbat. And Majum. Barak. Yahweh, Shivya, I was shot.
Yahweh Shimei Shabrak Thumb.
Yahweh Matah. Sorry for the turn. Heads and sisters. This is Imajum. We're going to render 130 salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Maj Shabbat. Imajum. Barak. Yahweh Shema. Yahweh Matah. Yeshav. Security announces we're the ICPK, start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under the leadership of Commander General Yohanan. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After the 6 months, if a brother or sister has a particular, it's like an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the memorial blowing the trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month, Sunday, September the 21st, 2025. You can find it in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, the 24th to 25th verse. Then check on the bulletin boards, you understand, for all the cookouts and events that's coming up. If anyone wants to be a troop in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed.
Yeah. I one West. We taking over. Ha. Yo, Nayathaq.
Yo, Gucci.
Strap to the bone, chat to me chrome. Fire one in a them head shot to the dome. Them boy they no bad, that a way me know. Only bad when the man friend pop pill alone. Tall rifle a roll under me clothes. One with a run road that a fi be known. Browning bad bitch not silicone. Rich badness fat belly phone. Them boy they no ready for the gun life. Give them a pick and a grum knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. The road dark it become bright. Me dog them a killer when I sunlight. Was a chance for me tonight. Chris Kalish, we black and white with the red light on the front eye. To be sure, talk about things where you no feel know. To be sure, Kel taking a me and that I no fi sure. Rifle bind them big like puppy tour. A tall rifle a mat to be go fi four. To be sure, but he boy stop chat when the fuck you know. King them ram up in a skin them. Time you get lead poison in an infection. Make you up your rise quicker than inflation. And the eye cast a living in dead from the inception. That's how the thing then can. Start off slow, now the thing get strong. I one west and it never take long. Now we are do the road mad injection. To be sure, talk about things where you no feel know. To be sure, Kel taking a me and that I no fi sure. Rifle bind them big like puppy tour. A tall rifle a mat to be go fi four. To be sure, but he boy stop chat where the fuck you know. Them boy they no ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a gun knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark he become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a chance farm when it turn night. Chris Kalish calf we black and white. Make the rain fall and the ground dry.